What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Abandoned Auto. Now, you may say, Dean, there was a white F-150 sitting right here. What happened to it? Well, I sold it. So I bought that specifically to fix it and sell it. I did drive it for probably 3 or 4 weeks because it does have AC. So I was driving it, but I listed on Marketplace, ended up selling it and getting a good amount of money for it. With that being said, the truck is now not in the driveway, the F-100. The F-100 is now moved from the driveway to the gravel area over here. And you may say, why? Because there is something else in the driveway, and that's what this video today is going to be about. Behind me is my dream car. This here is a 3-valve Mustang. This specifically is a 2006 Ford Mustang GT. The 3-valve is a 2005 to 2010 9 if you want this body style Mustang, and this has been the dream car for a while. Now you may be saying there's nothing special about this car. This car is not that expensive, and you're right. I mean, this car's not expensive. I was able to put just a little bit of cash on top of what I got from the F-150 that I sold and buy this outright though. Don't have a loan through a bank. This is my 3-valve Mustang. But you may be saying, why is this your dream car? There are many other better cars out there. Why is this your dream car? Well, let me tell you, it's story time. Ever since I was a kid, I was always a huge Mustang fan. I was born and raised in a Ford home, and I've always loved Mustangs. My grandparents, on my dad's side, had a 2003 Mustang. It was a GT convertible with the 5-speed, and it was red. Loved riding around in that thing. It sounded good. I started falling in love with Mustangs after riding in that car for part of my childhood when they would come visit. Well, let's fast forward. There was a guy that I looked up to a lot. His name's Carson. Carson, I don't know if you're watching this video, but I did send you a picture of my Mustang. And Carson had a 2014 Mustang. Had just come out. I don't know what year that would have. I would have been 11. I was born in 03, so I was 11 years old. And he had just gotten this Mustang. It was a 6-speed, a Coyote, black, and I got to ride around this thing. I was amazed at the sound of it. I loved the looks of it. I was playing Need for Speed at the time in that era and everything. So I loved that body style Mustang and fell in love with Mustangs all over again and said, one day I'm going to get one. I don't care what body style it is. I'm going to have a Mustang. I've always been a huge advocate for the 60s Mustangs, even the 70s Mach 1, all the way up to the Fox bodies. I love Fox bodies back whenever they were still considered ugly. But I was going to have a Mustang one day. Let's fast forward just a little bit more, maybe a couple years. My mom had a neighbor. His name is Mark. And Mark is the reason I fell in love with the 3-valve Mustang. So Mark had a 2007 or 8 Ford Mustang GT 500. It was gray, black racing stripes, 6-speed, supercharged, 5.4. And the first time I got to ride in his Mustang, I was probably 12, maybe 13 years old, just starting to understand how cars work and getting that car enthusiast in me. And he took me outside of the town that we were in, and he floored it. It was the first time I'd been in a supercharged car, and he floored it. And we spun through first, second, hit third, hit fourth, and I was stuck to the back of the chair. And I had a huge smile on my face. It was the first time I heard a supercharger whine and remember it. First time I was stuck to the back of a chair from just the pure acceleration and power of a car. And I fell in love with this S197 body style. Unfortunately, Mark passed away from brain cancer in 2019. I'm not able to get my hands on his car. His parents have the car. It's very well taken care of, and there's no way I can afford a GT 500. This is the next best thing. This is a 4.6, this is the GT, and it's a 5-speed manual. So this is the dream car, the obtainable dream car that I could get because of Mark's GT 500. Now, I would love to own any Mustang any decade. Even the Pinto Mustang that nobody likes, I would own almost any Mustang. I'm a huge fan of them. I've always loved Mustangs. I'd still love to own a Fox body one day, a 60s or 70s Mustang one day. But I have the F-100. It's a 75 F-100. And I needed something a little bit more practical that I could daily drive, something with AC preferably, and this is it. Now, enough of me yapping and everything. Let's look at the car. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But it's a perfect starting point for what I was looking for. The price was great. The condition's decent. And I'm going to keep this car for a very long time. This is not something that I'm going to try to sell and make money off of. This is going to be a car that I keep for a very long time. So the previous owner had taken the GT badges off and putting a crossbone skull thing on there on both sides. I'm waiting for my dad to come home. He's on a road trip right now. He'll be home in a couple weeks, and I'm going to use an eraser wheel and everything to take that residue off. I don't want to use a razor blade. I am getting GT badges for it, but the main problem with this car is cosmetics. These hoods are aluminum hoods, and they are known for peeling. And so all of the little marks on this hood are all just paint chips that need to be replaced. This did have stripes at one point. I'll show a picture on the screen right now of what it looks like with the stripes when I bought it. I bought this car less than a week ago. I've had this car for 4 days now, and I've done nothing but just completely keep working on it. And I have to stop and realize it's not going to be perfect. So I just want to show you guys the update because I told you I would. But it did have stripes. The stripes were completely faded. So I went ahead and took them off. You can still see some of the residue. Once again, whenever my dad gets home from his road trip, I'm going to use an eraser wheel and get all the rest of the residue off. The stripes were on the hood as well. Moving to the back, we can see that the tint is all bubbled on the back glass. If I show you the right angles, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the tint on both of the windows are just completely scratched to bits. So eventually I'll need tint on this as well. Now we get to the worst body damage on this vehicle. It's right here, just right on this crease of the rear quarter panel. It's gonna be a pain to get replaced and repaired, but it doesn't affect the drivability of the car, so I'm not too concerned about it as of now. I can't remember if I mentioned this already, but I did go ahead and polish the entire thing, and it looks a whole lot better than it did. But I went ahead and polished it and detail sprayed everything. If you look closely, it still looks awful. It's like a polished turd because the paint chips, but it looks 100 times better than it did. So I'm very happy with the work that I did on it with the first time ever polishing anything, and it's black paint. So there's not a lot of room for error, but at the same time, it looks a whole lot better. It's not as cloudy or anything. It actually looks shiny again. So I went ahead and already polished it. But like I said, I wanted to introduce this project to the channel because it's a project. It's not gonna be perfect by the time I introduce it. So I wanted to show you guys. And this is the progress I made in less than a week. So yeah. Now the Mustang does have Cobra rep wheels on it, which was a plus. I mean, I'm not too concerned about the wheels at this time, but it had brand new tires on it. So that was amazing that it had tires that were brand new battery, brand new OEM shocks and springs all the way around, new upper and lower control arms. So this thing was a really, really good base for my project. Now, if you know anything about the 05 to 09 Mustangs, door cards are notorious for peeling. This is no different. But let's go ahead and get you guys a nice start video. Everything's stock except for the muffler. Muffler is a Magnaflow muffler. But we've got the Shaker 500 radio. The antenna's missing, so all I get is static, but I've got an FM transmitter for Bluetooth. Eventually I'll be getting a different head unit, something with Apple CarPlay and a whole new sound system in this thing. But AC works. It's got the wiggle stick, so that's the important thing. But you may be asking, how many miles does this thing have? Well, right there, 126,500 miles. So really good start for this motor. I mean, yes, it does have over 100,000 miles on it, but also I didn't pay 10, 15, 20 grand for this Mustang. So it's a really good condition Mustang as far as I can tell. And 126,000 miles on these 4.6s, as long as you take care of them, it'll go for a long time. So with all that being said, you may ask, what are the future plans with this car? Like I said before, this car I'm keeping for a very long time. So eventually I will lower it. I don't know if I want lowering springs or coilovers, but I will lower it at least 1.5 inches all the way around, probably 2 inches in the back. eventually I'll probably ditch these rims and get 19s. These are 18s. So I'll probably get 19s and a little bit taller tire and a little bit wider tire, at least for the back, to fill those gaps in. This body style, any Mustang really from the factory, they look like monster trucks. So eventually I'm gonna get it lowered. I'll do a full exhaust. I'll do long tubes eventually. Long time down the road, I will do cams. But for now, this is my daily driver. So nothing crazy right now, but the little TLC things that it needs, like eventually I'm probably gonna paint the hood and do the tent first, because those are practical. When I bought this thing, the front seat for the driver's seat didn't move forward or back. So I replaced the switch and now it does. So just the little things like that that just need a lot of TLC. But like I said, I mean, this car is not perfect. And with any of my projects, none of them ever are. Projects are ever going and none will ever be perfect, because when they're perfect, they're finished. And no project's ever finished. But there's a lot to come with this Mustang. Stick around. There'll be more videos on this Mustang. I did just do an exhaust on my motorcycle as well, so I'll probably upload a video of that. I'm not sure about the F100. It still runs, drives great, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with it next, but it will stick around for a long time. So if you're new, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. Stick around with my 3-valve journey. I've already reached out to some other 3-valve creators to get ideas of what to do, but I'm very excited about this. This is a dream car come true, and I was able to buy it at 22 years old. It may not be anything special to anybody else, but it has a special place in my heart, and that's what means the most. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.